Welcome to the GingerTalks podcast with Ginger Snap 67 and Druid Knowledge. And now, here's Ginger.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the GingerTalks podcast. My name is Ginger Snaps, and joining me, as always, the wonderful Druid Knowledge. Druid, how are you, buddy?
That's the third time I've done that. This is the third attempt at recording the intro to this podcast. So, forgive me if I skip over the details, because I believe I feel like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day right now.
I know.
All right, where to even begin? Okay. To begin at the beginning, the GingerTalks podcast started some time ago in what is known as the saga, The Fellowship of the Ginge.
God damn it.
Now it's time for the two towers, the two Druid towers. For this is my final recording from the current lair of the Druid. I'm moving house on Monday to my new lodgings. So looking forward to seeing this out with a bang, this shit show that I call a life and home and lodging. And looking forward to pastures new. So that's fantastic.
I'm excited for you. Seriously. I'll say it always. I'm excited.
So, looking forward to Mrs. Knowledge being like first-hand privy to hearing this shit through the wall.
Oh no.
We've got to get her on sometime. She'll have a thing or two to say.
I would be down. I just don't want her to hate me before I come visit.
You see, you're so preoccupied about Mrs. Knowledge hating you. But like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, we're like, you're Conan and I'm Andy Richter. I mean, it's true. It's true. But like, does Andy Richter's wife hate Conan? Or does Andy Richter's wife love Conan for all the opportunities and things that Conan has helped the Richter family achieve? I'm going to go for the latter, and I reckon Mrs. Knowledge is going to be cool as fuck.
All right, I trust you.
If she doesn't trust the union, then the move's off.
Okay. Speaking of,
I'll be doing this in my parents' fucking house till the end of time.
Well, speaking of partnerships, friendships, things like that, joining us this week is a guest who's known me for a long, long time. They've known me longer than almost anybody else who's ever been on the pod, with the exclusion of Tim. And that would be Kay. Hi, Kay. This is the first time you're introducing yourself. Wink, wink, ha ha.
Hello, ha ha, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. How is everybody? I am Ginger's friend and ex-partner, but still current friend, partner in crime.
I love that. By the way, the dynamic between you two to this day is inspiring. Because come on, the closest that you two had, and still share, despite any level of adversity, speaks to a healthy relationship that just knows when to say, okay, we'll put a stopper on this, but hey, that doesn't mean that we have to hate each other. That's how all my breakups go. They go, the classic, I'm never going to speak to this person again. It doesn't matter how far that shit got. And, and this is not me saying that I wish that I still spoke to those people, because there's a reason that I don't. But there's something to be said, and there's something inspirational in the fact that you're here with us today. So, Kay, utmost respect, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I like to tell people that, without question, Ginger is my soulmate. She gets me like no one else. She can tell based on a text message if I'm having a good day or a bad day. She'll even just call me, hey, I feel like you're having a bad day. What's up? And like, our relationship didn't end horrifically. You had two different lifestyles that we just could not mesh together. And and in the long run, I just wanted her in my life. We make better friends than we did a couple, and that's just basically what it boiled down to. And I'm beyond blessed to have her still in my life. You know, I love her. I really do.
Stop
So
it!
Can I just say, all you goblins listening to us right now, all you bitter little goblins, because I know you're there. Oh, come on, Ginger, you're laughing, but you know it's true. You bitter fucking little goblins out there that are just in the teaching profession. I come across this a lot. People en masse over the last 5 years appear to have become such everyone is hung up on everything all the time. We live in this like hyper normal reality where everyone is like hung up on everything. So to just see a relationship that is so organic, that is able to, two people that are able to just see past their differences and make something, because all relationships start with like that kinship.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to be said for people that can just say, let's go back to that. Let's not fucking despise each other. So, an inspiration to us all, and I'm going to use the phrase "bitter little goblins" again because I love saying it. All you bitter little goblins out there, and take note, because this is living proof that life can just fucking still happen, right?
Mm-hmm. Because it's so funny. I have always, like, for me, Kay knows that almost from the point that we started even talking when we were just friends, I had talked about like creating content of some kind. I didn't know what. And now to have, even though we're not married anymore, we're not the same dynamic that we were. To have Kay's support in what I'm doing is just, it means the most. Yeah. She's been on the channel since like the very early days.
Right. Yeah. Because Kay, you're somebody that I've not had much direct contact with, but we've I guess briefly interacted. Would that be right over the channel?
I would say so. I remember seeing you a few times at Ginger stuff. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, it's good to see that I left such an impression. No, I'm kidding.
No, I honestly have a terrible memory. Like, Ginger will be like, hey, Kay, can you do this 5 minutes later? You wanted me to do what?
Well, no hard feelings there. You don't have to remember me. You just have to experience it in the moment. That's what I tell That's what I tell Mrs. Knowledge after 2 minutes of really depressing lovemaking. Just remember me in the moment. When I was giving it gusto, I was giving it good.
Yeah. God. So, we're on season 3.
Yeah.
I've been streaming for 2.5 years. There's like so much shit has been going on. And the thing that I love is, and I'm wrangling Kay back into this, because Kay has been following the channel since like the first stream. Like not quite the first stream. Maybe you unfollowed and refollowed for a meme. I don't remember. But you've been around for a long time. And I like, it's one of those things where Kay has been following and active in the channel back to the time I was trying to be family friendly and playing Slime Rancher. And she would make me increasingly less family friendly.
You were trying to be family. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You tried to be family friendly.
Yeah, in the very early days, because I thought that's what I thought that was the best thing for the channel. And Kay fucking knows I am the furthest fucking family friendly.
You were trying to be family friendly?
Yeah, in the early days of like Slime Rancher and stuff. Like the early days.
Yeah. She was doing
I
Fortnite dances on the camera.
Fuck no.
Can I just say, actually, a child that I worked with today did the loser Fortnite dance to me in front of the entire class. Is that shit still going?
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right, sorry. That was a
You,
tangent.
no,
Carry on,
you're good.
please. You were trying. Yeah, so
Kay.
from the beginning,
Yeah.
you know what's crazy? That metric, that 2.5 years. It's crazy that we've been doing the podcast for about half of that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
God.
And
Oh, man, I had to take a sip of my dry white wine on that one.
well, and like the whole time all this stuff has been going on, Kay has just been like, there's something that happened that caused me to have to change some things in my overlays. Kay likes to send me messages to uh like um make me laugh or make me blush, or she'll just send me inappropriate somewhat inappropriate
know what you're
messages
talking about.
sometimes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never do anything like that.
Look at that. That's, that's that tone of voice has all the hallmarks of a little trickster there, Kay. I'm going to say that.
No,
Like
not me. You
Oh,
can practically see the halo above my head. Just
held up
ask
by your
Ginger for a
horns.
picture.
No,
yeah.
held up by horns. We know the truth.
Uh-huh.
No, not me.
I do have it's okay. I don't know if you remember this. I still have the picture of us at the station where you fold. So Kay just like randomly pulls out these little skills, and she took a piece of paper and folded it into a little origami cup that actually held water. And Kay then promptly placed it on top of her head, and it was just the cutest thing. And she has this like super like proud and adorable look on her face. I still go back and look at that photo from time to time because it makes me
It was
smile.
the only time I've ever been happy with myself.
Like, it was so cute. And I was like, oh my God. So, Kay and I have lots of embarrassing stories on each other. And I know that's something that's been brought up in the guest questions. But
we'll tease that out.
yeah, Kay and I are still best enough friends that like I just have to really send her like one message or one image and just be all like, hey, here's a thing. And it will turn her whole mood around, or it will bring back like this great memory. We actually had something come up here actually this last weekend, at time of recording last weekend, that made us both like really sad.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. Kay and I worked at the same gas station chain, and that gas station chain is now gone.
No.
And it's just a weird thing because like we met some great people, but we also had some horrible, shitty coworkers.
Yeah. The cornerstone of any great working environment.
Yeah. Kate, do you remember Kane?
Oh, I love Kane. I miss him.
It's gotta be Kane.
Kane was this like giant guy who looked like he would beat the crap out of you, but a huge softie with a heart of gold. And my favorite thing to do, he would come in and I would lean up against him, and I'm only 5'5", and he was well over 6 foot. And I would look up at him and I would go, Kane, and he would go, Kay. I go,
Oh
you
my
smell
God.
like weed. He's like,
Ah.
oh no.
This still sounds like you're talking about the wrestler, by the way, with every adjective that you throw in about this guy.
And
This,
I'm sure Ginger remembers. Kane lived like right across from us in the apartment complex, and I love to cook. So what I would do is I would make Ginger's favorite mini taco cups, and I would just
bitch.
go over, just knock, knock,
Here we
knock.
go.
Kane, here's food.
Oh.
Bye.
Um,
See, that's actually what Ginger was most sad about in the divorce. She lost the food.
Bitch.
really? Oh, so you're
Bitch.
a bit of a dab hand in the kitchen, Kat.
Oh, she's
Mhm.
such a good cook. Such a good cook.
Oh my God,
I-
that makes.
I cook like a stoner without actually being a stoner. Like, Ginger would wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. She was like, what are you doing? I'm making like stuffed crust pizza.
Oh my God, listen to
Yeah.
this. You know that's the difference because I cook like a stoner whilst being a stoner. So like I like put cereal in the microwave at 4 a.m. So that that's the key difference. When you cook like a stoner and you're not a stoner, you're feeding people well. You've just heard a sponsored message from BetterHelp by Druid Knowledge.
And what I'm gonna say too is that this is how conversations between us go. Like last night, we talked for 2 hours after I got off stream, hour and a half, something like that, and just shooting the breeze and talking about random shit and things that were important and things that were just just talking, you know.
Yeah.
It's
That's what we
I can't tell you how many times we've been talking about something, and then all of a sudden I'll just be like, hey, Ginger, it's called a segue because it moves you from one thing to the next. And she'll just be like, God damn it, Kate.
Where were you in season 1, Kay?
Put it this way. Well, I don't catch on to things right away. Like, I don't, like, understand, like, puns and, shit like that. So, like, the damn show will be, like, over for 10 years, and I'll be like, oh, I get it now.
Well, we don't offer closed caption just yet, but I think we could get this written down for you. I think we need a teleprompter. Especially since this is like Judge Judy divorce court episode. This is fantastic.
No, just the randomness, because it would happen. We'd be in the middle of, having a really cool discussion about something, or we'd be talking about a movie that we just saw in the theater. And we're like in the car on the way home, and she goes, oh, I'm like, what? I just realized I love you. Oh man. Like,
yeah.
It just, because the quirks about you are just phenomenal.
Ginger would just pat my head and she'd be like, you're kind of dumb. You're not that cute, but at least you can cook.
Oh, what the fuck ever. You're not dumb. You're very cute, and you can cook. So you shut your face.
But it sounds like you were letting it sounds like you were letting her work too much. You need to give it good a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not talking just in those terms, the filthy terms, but I'm saying get in the kitchen, stop letting her work, give it good.
Listen.
Make a casserole.
Listen, it's too late now. She's 5 hours away.
Yeah. How convenient.
I know. No, I had just a snap moment of remembrance. Kay and I went to see. We would go to this movie theater here, pretty regularly to see new movies, and they would serve dinner. Like, you could get dinner, you could get some drinks, you'd watch your movie, you had service the whole time. And I remember very vividly, suddenly, going to see the movie It. Now, Kay loves horror movies.
The new incarnation.
The new one. Kay loves horror movies. Kay loves, all that kind of shit. I don't do clowns. I don't do dolls. I just not. Nope. Those are hard passes for me. I remember I had, how many drinks did I have before the movie started?
Like 2?
Yeah, I think I drank 2 Jack Neats before the movie started, and I sat there almost the entire movie, double middle fingers to the sky, just go, nope, 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 nope. I just had that so vivid flashback.
I don't do
I'm sure
I don't do clowns either, honey. Because they're just clowns, okay? Go juggle, for fuck's sake. But, honestly, you've just like brought me into a moment in my classroom today. There was some kids fucking messing me around. I'm sorry to do a hard left here, by the way. Some kids messing me around, and I said in front of the class, "How about I put on some clown makeup now and juggle for you, because you seem to think that that's how you can treat me." And oh my god, I had the fucking hand of God on me today for that comment. So I don't like clowns either, no.
No, I'm good. Anyway,
carry on.
Yes.
I'm not here.
Okay, what were you saying? I'm so sorry.
I was going to say that I think if I look hard enough, I can find the picture of you flipping off the screen. I think I still have it.
Oh my god. I had to be sober enough to drive us the 40 minutes back home, but I was not going to be sober for that movie.
Oh my god. So what? you just thought, fuck it.
I was not having it. But I'm not the only one that was exposed to weird, goofy fears.
Okay.
Hey, poor thing. Absolutely horrified of trains.
What?
Absolutely horrified of trains. And
do you want to talk about that for a second?
I mean, it's normal, right?
What is it about trains?
That they're loud, they're scary, and you don't typically survive an encounter with one. It doesn't work out. And Ginger, bless her soul, knows that I'm terrified of trains. I think she knew that before we were dating. And what kind of apartment complex did she move me to? One right by the train tracks.
You helped me pick it. You helped me.
You kind of talked me out of it.
No, what? No. Oh.
Love you.
I love you too.
Okay, scared of trains. That's fine. What's it like, the interlocking carriages or something? You don't survive an encounter with a train.
So
it depends how many hit points you've got.
So we lived in an area where there were quite a few train tracks. Just it's the same set of tracks, but they span multiple areas that we would have to go to. And the day we went and picked up our marriage license, we were crossing some train tracks, and she didn't realize we were coming up to train tracks, and she would snap her head left and right looking for trains anytime we'd come across train tracks, and she'd tense up or grab my arm. And then
I don't trust the guardrails. I do not trust them. You gotta look.
So she started having this panic moment because she didn't get to look all the way. And the CD that was in the CD player of the car was a CD I had burned full of classic rock music for a road trip. And the song that came on was
Big Train.
No.
No, okay, sorry.
Godzilla.
What?
By-
By Blue Oyster Cult.
Yep.
Oh, it's such a good song.
So that became our Kay is having a meltdown about a train. I'm just gonna sing this song really loud and obnoxious to make her laugh. And it worked every time. I can't hear that song without thinking of her and like trains and stuff.
That's exactly what they were going for.
So Ginger's actually mixing up the story. Well, she's incorporating two stories into one.
Am I? Oh, that was the train track we got stopped at Boone. In Boone, that's right.
Yes. So the marriage license one, we're going over the tracks, and I do look both ways because, like I said, I don't trust the guardrail. You cannot trust them. Sometimes they break. Like Final Destination, it's always after me. And I look
like, come on, what? All right, looking both ways. That's fine. That's rational. But please carry on. I'm trying to back it here, okay? Please carry on.
So I look out Ginger's side. Ginger's driving. I can't drive. Poor thing had to drive me everywhere. I look out Ginger's side, and I look out my side, and what is probably like to me 2 feet away, but is more realistically like 50 feet away, is a train just stopped there. Okay? And the fight or flight instinct takes hold, and I try to bail out of the moving car.
Mm-hmm.
And like I had my seatbelt on, so I couldn't really go anywhere. But I get the door partially open, and then by this time we're across, and I close it and just burst into tears. And Ginger's like, "What the fuck was that?" And I'm like, "There's a train."
Oh no!
And she's like, I don't think she had like fully grasped at the time how legitimately terrified I am of these things. And she's just like, "Why did you think you were safer outside the car?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Oh my god, this is a Maury episode waiting to happen. You know what I mean? Like, but most people encounter trains are fine. It's the chosen few, right?
And like this isn't like your regular Amtrak with people on a train. Like those don't bother me as much because they go very quickly. It's the giant freight trains. They're very unsettling to me.
Okay, yeah, I get
that.
And
they just crash and they fall off the tracks for no goddamn reason. They're just unsafe.
They're driven by GTA characters. You're right.
You're right. This is the most boring podcast ever.
Yeah. The train spotters among us, and I know they're listening because come on, they're loving this. But I'll pivot. Have you ever seen the movie Train Spotting?
No.
Not a single train in it. You should try it. About the horrors of heroin addiction, which I find terrifying. Trains. I'm trying to think. Like irrational phobias. There's nothing you can do about that shit.
Yeah.
I used to be irrationally fearful of dogs when I was a child.
Really?
No, I fucking love dogs now. Well, like you can't. Being someone that has had an irrational phobia, I understand that it is exactly that thing. It's irrational. There's nothing you can do about it, right?
Yeah.
I wish I could like share some kind of secret into how I beat that, but the truth is, exposure was the only thing. I mean, you say
I can't pet the train.
Yeah. Well, you can
when it's stopped, but
you can. Many have tried.
You have succeeded.
Yeah. It's like they're like mind the gap, and I'm like, stop talking dirty.
Oh my god.
Sorry. That's train sex. Trains. So what are you saying? Like you know, you say Amtrak's not so much. So can you get on a train?
I have actually ridden on a train, and it was very anxiety inducing. But
Yeah.
I did it one time, and I'm like, nah, this ain't for me. I'm not about this train travel life.
But
Mm.
you were gonna get on a train to come meet me the first time, weren't you?
I mean, if I had to, it was gonna be like a last option.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
So when Kay and I first started dating, we lived 900 miles away from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been dating for 4 months when I moved to Iowa. So that put us within a 5-hour range of each other, which is very doable. If you're
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Hold the phone. So I'm gonna go to a podcast classic here. How did you two meet? So I don't. That distance is correct. How did you meet?
So we met online through someone who at the time was a mutual friend of ours. And we just started talking. And we ended up talking every day for years. But it was what, 6-ish months before we started dating?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So it's like the Notebook, right? Except it's the Microsoft app, the Notebook.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah.
Basically, we were both on one website separately and had a mutual friend. And through that mutual friend, we were able to meet each other on Facebook, got to talking and everything. And yeah, one thing just led to the other. And next thing you know,
you're on a podcast years later discussing your divorce.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's isn't that just a tale as old as time?
Well, it's goofy. We've had such a weird, our meeting was very, in that time, it was very weird. People didn't meet online and then end up dating, and or if they did, it was felt scammy and catfishy, and
we lived together for 4 years, but before that we long distance for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's amazing it worked as well as it did, and still is today.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's wild, man. So, would you say you advocate for long distance shit or not?
The thing I'll say about distance is it's doable, but it takes the right kind of person. I know people who...
It takes a lot of trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, get that.
Yeah.
So no Neve Schulman of Catfish.
No.
Fame.
We in the beginning, it was figuring out the trust in each other, and
which by the way must be so much easier between women.
Sometimes, I mean, I made mistakes early on. I'll fully fucking admit it. Hi, it's me.
Oh my God.
I'm the problem. It's me. Hi, hello.
And welcome to the GingerTalks podcast, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm the problem.
I think Ginger realized that I wasn't anybody to worry about very quickly because I don't leave the house.
Okay.
But it was a learning thing. It was something that we just had to kind of work our way through. And I know people who it's literally, I would really like to date this person, but they live too far away, and I know me, and it won't work. And so, if someone can be honest with themselves and be like, no, I'm sorry, I really like you, but I can't do distance. That's, if they know themselves, then they know themselves. for us, we knew that we could do it, or we gave it a shot. And I think even if it hadn't have worked, like, we would still have been friends.
Yeah, you'd have endured that, right?
Yeah.
And I get that between you now. I mean, even today. I mean, the fact that you're here, Kay, is just a testament to, I guess, what continues to be a fruitful relationship, but just in a different way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
I think so. I don't know. She may not think so, but...
Well, she wouldn't be here else. Not to speak for you, Kay.
Sorry, you broke up. What'd you say?
Oh,
that
don't worry. Nothing of consequence.
Even if things hadn't have worked out early on, it would still have been a fruitful relationship, just in a slightly different way.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, and it bears fruit to this day, was basically my point. It bears fruit to this day. And the fact that that is a testament to the friendship tree that you've created.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's wild. And people ask me, and I get asked, "Oh, you're still friends with your ex?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah.
So here, if you don't mind me getting like a little deep for a second, indulge me. So if you were to have a prospective partner today, do you think the closeness that you still share would be a problem moving forward? And if so, how would you deal with that? Because I think that like talking through, and if that's too on the nose, then tell me to fuck off. Like fair play. But I think that kind of thing is something that people that listen to us could maybe benefit from, because I've not done our relationship advice section again, so maybe this could be like our version of that.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you take the lead on this one, Kay, if you want.
Honestly, if I were to get with somebody right now, they would have to be okay with you.
Yeah, right.
Because, it's like, look, we have been separated this long. There was no, running back to each other, then breaking up 2 months later. No. It was we were done. Like, we separated and didn't talk to each other for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Like, obviously, we had our issues, because you were still going through a divorce. You were still going through that heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
But we were able to get past it.
Yeah.
Now it's one of those things where it's like, she is in my life as my friend. You don't have to worry, I'm going to be sleeping around with her, stuff like that. So.
Yeah. And I guess there's that element, right, where it's like you guys are so open about that kind of assuages the fear a little bit. Like, that kind of gets rid of that little bit of fear, because it's, I guess, the people that aren't forthcoming that you've got to fucking watch out for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but it's a testament to you. And guys, I don't want you to be on as a curiosity. Yeah, just purely because you were with Ginger. I want you to be here on your own merit as well. So we won't fucking delve into this until we have to later in guest questions. But from my perspective, I just want to say thank you to both of you for just being so fucking open and ready with the audience, because that we're not patronizing them, and that's what this shit's all about. So fucking thank you. Really appreciate you coming up.
I appreciate it too.
I said it first.
Shut up!
I said it fucking fast.
So, fun fact about Kay has a very dark sense of humor, but when she sees something that's incredibly cute, she will lose her mind. Would you like to talk about the piggies?
I love the piggies. I see cute little piggies, and I'll just start crying because they're too cute, and I can't handle it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Miss Dark Doom and Gloom and dark sense of humor, just says something that's just horribly dark, and then I go, teacup piggies running through a field oinking.
Yeah, the fact that it was so knee jerk is like it's too wholesome for me.
Oh, dude.
And also, who knew that K stood for Kermit?
No.
No. Sorry.
She we would I would do everything in my power to find really cute like puppos and piggies and hey Kay, you want to see something cute? Yeah.
Oh, come on, K.
Like, we used to do Pokemon Go, and we were in the Hy-Vee parking lot, and they have this Pokemon Swinub. I saw it and immediately burst into tears, and she thought something happened. She's like, "Who died? What's going on?" And I show her my phone. I'm like, "Look how cute he is!" And now, like, my whole fucking Pokemon Go box is all Swinub.
I did my most recent.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there were Swinubs in the Pokemon box that I opened, so I literally kept 2 for myself. And when I went down to file the divorce papers with her, I brought her a collection of Swinubs and Eevees, and I said, "Here you go. I brought you something cute."
So Swinub, not one of the original 150, no.
No.
So I don't know who the fuck that is.
It's this little like brown and black furred piggy. It like scuttles along the ground. It's really cute. It's real cute.
Oh, I'm gonna look this up. Swine.
It's you looking up something this time.
Okay. Okay. That's me when I wake. It looks like me when I wake up tomorrow.
And
Swine.
Kay, so as it's been kind of established, there's a long running joke on the podcast, Kay, where I am on IMDb at least once an episode. But this is the episode where I knew for a fact I wouldn't be, because Kay hasn't seen a lot of the classics, like Pulp Fiction, like Men in Black, like movies that everybody has seen. Not this one. Not this bitch.
You know, it's refreshing because, like, I feel like I rest on the classics as a crutch. I often bring them up, and Ginger, you'll just be glad to know my Tarantino impression is on hold for the rest of the episode.
We're not going to be visited by Tarantino this episode.
No. He's not the like spirits from A Christmas Carol. You'll be visited by 3 directors. So, if at Christmas you could get visited by 3 film directors, who would you choose? I would choose Michael Mann, McG, and Quentin Tarantino.
Oof. Hide your feet.
Yeah, but he'd put such cool gifts in the Christmas stocking. What's that in my stocking, Santa? And he's like, it's Quentin Tarantino, and I put Uma Thurman in there.
I don't know. Kay, do you know a lot of movie directors? Like,
A lot of movies.
You know a lot of. Yeah, I know, that was the thing. Like,
Kay,
I watch like the same 3 movies over and over. That's it.
Fair.
Okay, I've got a question for you. What's your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie. Does it have to be like actually something I find scary?
No,
or something that I just like enjoy?
100%. None of my favorite horror films are actually scary. So I go more down the Raimi route, right? So like Evil Dead 2 is probably my favorite, tentatively my favorite.
It's something that traditionally like falls in the horror category, whether it's horror or not. It would be my interpretation for you.
Yeah. So, for instance, the best one I saw this year around Halloween, because me and Mrs. Knowledge have a good tradition of celebrating Halloween more than anything else. We're not goth. We're not goths, by the way. Hellraiser was the one that won it for me this year.
Okay.
Loved rewatching Hellraiser.
I'd say for me, and this is not going to come as a surprise to Ginger, My Bloody Valentine, the remake.
That was the one that was in 3D, right?
Yep.
Yes. You know, because, like, is it a good movie? Is it a cinematic masterpiece? No, absolutely not. But it's fun. And I like to have fun watching my horror movies.
If anyone is watching My Bloody Valentine 3D for Oscar consideration, they're in the wrong game. Imagine that copy of My Bloody Valentine 3D with that, like, for your consideration message on it. And it's like in 3D, like in your face. Yeah, so you like schlock, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. When it comes to horror movies, I think when they try to be too serious, the thing is, now, correct me if I'm the only person in the room that thinks this. I don't find media on a screen that's trying to be scary necessarily, like horror movies, or especially not horror games. I don't find any, like, it doesn't cause a scare in me. Like psychological thrillers, things that freak me out, I find way scarier.
Mm-hmm.
But like
I
nothing
agree.
at all conventional horror, because it just doesn't hit me in that way, because it's so divorced from like real shit. For it to be in that genre, it doesn't have that fucking limb of being like, this could happen, right? Even if it's like a serial killer story, because they always have to put some kind of fucking supernatural twist on it. And I'm not
Mhm.
spooked. I'm not spooked by supernatural shit.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, schlock is the only way you can go when you're watching that shit, because at least it's entertaining. When that shit takes itself too seriously, that's when you've got a problem.
Yes.
And this is why, what was it? Insidious? I fucking hated Insidious.
I like the first one. After that, it's just...
Yeah, why did they carry on? Okay, the first one might not have been too, but like the first one is guilty of this thing that horror movies do, right? Where it have you noticed this? Like with any horror movie made past like 1990 fucking 9, that they're all like shot in rooms that look like IKEA fucking showrooms and
Yes.
have jump scares. And I think the exceptions that make it through, I think Drag Me to Hell, I like that one.
Mm.
I liked Midsummer.
Midsummer was good.
Midsummer was good. In fact,
So
anything like Ari Aster is really good.
Yeah.
I liked Drag Me to Hell for the corny aspect. So the scene that completely took me out of Drag Me to Hell is whenever the girl goes to the old lady's funeral home, and like the body tips over and the green goo stuff, spills all over, out of her mouth and everything. So my mom is actually a mortician, so I've been around a few bodies in my life. I know how this stuff goes, and I'm just watching. I'm like, that's not right. That green stuff's not there. What is this? Why is her mouth not sewn shut?
Oh my god.
This is not accurate.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't watch that movie with you. No offense.
I am a killer of joy and fun.
Well, you know your way about formaldehyde, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
If I'm interred, I hope it's your mum that deals with me.
I won't play mortuary assistant because of her mom. Like,
Yeah, but you'll play it on stream.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
I
Right,
won't.
okay.
Like everybody's
hey,
just like,
Ginge.
"Are you gonna play it?" I'm like,
So,
"No."
are you saying that that's a real game? There's a game called
Yeah.
Mortuary Assistant.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, Ginge.
What's up, Kay?
How much to get you to come down here with all your computer stuff and do a live stream at my mom's haunted ass mortuary?
That would be 50,000 for charity. That's gonna be a while. Thanks, guys.
Okay, obviously you see mortuaries as a bit of a day-to-day thing, but if this is like crossing in on any kind of trauma, then stop me here. What's the? You must see some crazy shit in there. What's the craziest shit you encounter in a mortuary? Or what's the shit you see in a mortuary that just makes you think like, for fuck's sake, this is a shit day at the office?
Honestly, any time that you have, little kids, babies that come in, I completely, nope out of the situation. Sorry, Mom, you're on your own. I cannot help you with this.
Right. Yeah.
Now, like, ones that I've personally experienced, and like this broke my heart. You had this guy who was a cancer patient, and he'd been in hospice for months, and you're cleaning the body and everything, and he had mold like in the roof of his mouth, on the head of his penis, and it's just like, why wasn't this taken care of? Why, how long somebody had to, sit like that for their body to get into that kind of condition?
Oh shit.
And you lose faith in humanity with this job. You really do.
Yeah. Well, welcome to 2022. I think that, and listeners can write in and like kind of attest to this. I feel like fucking it does not matter what you do. You lose faith in humanity because humanity is in a rough place.
Yeah.
I mean, it really fucking is.
Yeah.
I deal with the living, man, and I tell you what, they're just as fucked up.
Yeah.
To maybe lighten things just a little bit.
Yeah,
I've been fortunate enough to have to see the good in humanity a little bit recently. I mean, so my day job, I mean, the way I phrase it as to not like out my company too much and all that kind of stuff, but I'm working to help like enrich kids' lives is basically what it kind of boils down to. Enriching.
As an aside, before you carry on, can I just say I'm so glad that you are now in the same position as me, where you work with kids, and now the podcast is fucking contraband for you.
I know. Well, the boss doesn't necessarily care too much. Like, she knows that I'm not gonna do anything insane to like get called out, but like she followed my streamer Twitter or my streamer Instagram. And I was like, I'm not going to tag anything because I want to keep that stuff private. And she's like, oh, I respect that. I didn't even think about that. My bad. I could unfollow you. I was like, no, you're fine. But like doing the charity stuff and, meeting teachers who all they want to do is like enrich the lives of kids, that brings back some hope. But people are fucking monsters. Like,
oh yeah.
It's brutal.
Can I share something that was shared with me today that made my day better?
Yes.
So I had an absolutely horrific class today. And when the kids left, I found a card on my desk. And this is what it read. English lessons this year have been the best ever because of your humor and relatability. Thank you and enjoy your Christmas.
That
And That makes it worthwhile, right?
That's so fucking cute. Oh my god.
Oh man, I almost cried at work.
That's
I don't cry, man.
yeah. I think Kay. It's so funny because at time of recording, I'm still doing a charity event and just been pushing hard, but Kay has been my biggest supporter of like charity stuff since the very beginning. And Kay knows like the deep gory bits of my story, just the hardest parts, the worst bits of it. And so like doing charity stuff and having her be the quiet person on the sidelines cheering me on, or like coming in and cracking jokes, or like when I'm getting emotional and like it's happy tears and she's like, stop crying, no, stop it. Like, it's the fucking best. And Kay has seen many iterations of Ginge. I don't know.
Like
Okay.
this charity thing isn't like, oh, she just started doing this because of Twitch and everything. One of the first things that she said to me that she always wanted to do is she wanted to travel to different towns, help start businesses there, and then give the business away to somebody. So I don't know if she remembers that, but yeah. So yeah, she's always been about doing good and helping others, and I respect that. I love that about her.
It's so wholesome. You're like Nathan Fielder.
Yeah, but I'm also a degenerate piece of shit sometimes, so.
So you're like Nathan Fielder.
But no, I mean, like, the events of this weekend really kind of, like, it always makes me think, it gets me retrospective. Anytime something really fucking cool happens on stream, she's one of the first people I message. Like, you know.
Somehow the cool shit never happens when I'm in stream.
So the cool thing that happened last night was a YouTuber that we both have watched for years. Popped into my stream and followed it, and gifted some subs, donated to charity. It was super fucking cool. But like, it happened literally minutes after your last message. Like,
well, I mean, that's what happened with the Crank Games thing. I left and 20 minutes later, all that popped off.
Yeah, every time something crazy happens, like Kay's there, she's doing her thing, and then she like dips for a little bit and comes back, and it's just like, what the fuck just happened? Which is like the story of our friendship, I swear.
Right?
I was gone for 5 minutes. What happened? I don't know. So, yeah.
Yeah, but it's great you've still got that like support for each other, that like mutual respect. I mean, it's such a rare thing. It's a rare thing from friends because we all have our shit to get on with, especially as we enter this portion of life, right? Because like Kay, I'm guessing that you're kind of contemporary with us. Like, I don't want to make any assumptions. But, like,
she is in our age group, yes.
Yeah, so we get to this point, like 30, post 30, whatever you want to say, shit starts getting real pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
I turned 30 in July, and now I'm buying a house. Like, life has that way of turning on you and just becoming a whole lot more serious. It's just fucking great. It's just great to see that you've still got that time and that energy. And yeah, this is the last time I'm going to do a warm fuzzy, so.
That's okay. I was actually going to, because we've got so many, I was actually going to shift into guest questions, because there's a lot of really fun ones. There's a lot of kind of philosophically ones. And
yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll do our best. You know, you've called and we hear. We. I'm gonna stop that thought. Just carry on.
So we're going to shift into guest questions. And so patrons of the pod who have signed up, they get priority questions. And then we will ask some of the others. We're not going to start with Tim, although we will ask a couple of Tims. We're going to start with Star Sundance. And this is a two-parter because I kind of know the answer. Do you game? If so, what is your favorite game? If you don't game, what is your favorite pastime?
So I don't really game. If I do play anything, generally it's like The Sims. I'm not big into gaming, never have been. But most of the time you can just find me watching YouTube videos and going down rabbit holes of random stuff.
That's its own game.
Mm-hmm.
Who you watching? Who you watching right now?
Right now, I've been watching this guy called Mr. Snowflake, and basically he just does like documentary style videos on different YouTubers, and yeah, it's fun. I love his commentary. He's hilarious.
So you're so deep into YouTube, you're watching YouTube about YouTube, which
Exactly.
I was there a little while ago. I've got an interesting segue from that point. I did game and don't really anymore, but much like Kay, have been down so many YouTube rabbit holes that as someone that doesn't game, I sure as hell watch a lot of YouTube videos about gaming.
Yeah.
Like, what is with that? Kay, do you do that as well? There's so much good content out there.
Not so much. Really, the only gamer I watch is Ginger, which I know that sounds like obsessive, but it's true. But, before, I would watch, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Daz Black, and Jay from the Cub Scouts. But that was like mine and Ginger's thing to do. And I just kind of moved away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I watch Action Button, and he does like 6-hour reviews of like Japanese only RPG dating sim titles and things like that. And I guess like at that point, it's like not about the gaming. It's such. He is funny as hell, man. So it's like I don't game, but I watch videos about gaming, and I guess it's like I used to game. I used to game hard. Like I'd go for the fucking. I think one of my favorite games, and Ginger, you're gonna know about this title, Killer 7, and that is like a gamer's game, right? It's like inaccessible to the kind of general casual gaming like aficionado.
Mm-hmm.
So like I guess for me, like the title has to. I played so many games from such a young age, so many times that a title has to come out and really like shift the narrative for me to play games.
Mm-hmm.
But I will like drop in and hit something hard, like if something interesting comes out. But that being said, the last game I played to completion was Metal Gear Solid 2. Replayed that. So I guess I'm like into the classics.
Yeah.
That's one of the few games I too have actually finished.
Oh, I'm so glad, Kay, that we could share this.
It's a good game.
It's such a good game, and the story
so
does half the work for you. I don't hate Raiden, right? You know Raiden from that game,
Right.
Yeah. Why do so many people hate that motherfucker? I don't know. Stop playing on Raiden.
Right. Look, it's like fucking Jar Jar from Star Wars. I don't get the hate. I thought he was fun.
Well, it's a difficult one that. I get the hate, but like at the same time, like it's a goofy kids movie about space wizards.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
like, why do we take that universe so seriously? That's the question. Even fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi, Alec Guinness himself thinks it's a fucking clown's game being in Star Wars.
Mm.
I'm inclined to agree.
You know who the true genius of Star Wars was? New Hope, the guy that played Obi-Wan. He said, "I'll be in your movie. Kill me off. Kill me off." The very first one.
We're talking about the same person. This is fucking beautiful, Kay.
And he has it in his contract that like his family gets royalties from his like one episode. They're still cashing in on that.
Have you ever seen what he said about Star Wars? So
I probably have, but just don't remember.
What was it he said? He said that. So I'm looking up the quote right now. So Alec Guinness said he disliked Star Wars because a kid came up to him on the street and did like a force push on him, and he's like old as fuck and doesn't really understand the movie it was in, and he went on record to say that it was destroying the youth of that day.
Wow.
And he thought that people that were into Star Wars to excess were mentally deranged.
Damn.
And there's footage of him on camera saying that.
Okay. That's definitely a take, man. Sheesh. There's a lot of Star Wars fans that listen to this podcast, and I will I haven't.
Now that I've made my opinions on Jar Jar, now they're all gonna follow you. I'm sorry. I did.
Me and Ginger, when we're not recording, like to call them bitter little goblins. So that's fine.
Listen, I haven't threatened to fight a celebrity this episode, so it's fine.
So what? You're gonna fight Alec Guinness in Kay's mom's mortuary?
No, absolutely not. That means I'm stepping in the morgue.
Nigga Guinness. I have got a bad feeling about this. She's just like, hold me fucking back, dude. And he's like, liking Star Wars is a mental illness. Hold me back, bitch.
Just add it to all the other mental illnesses I have.
Hold on. Let me just roll out the scroll. Here we go.
Right? Jesus Christ.
So let's grab another question. This one's really.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Oh.
Because, Kay, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh shit.
From the wonderful Red the Abnormal.
Oh shit! I'm such an asshole!
Here I'm cleaning up after your messes once again.
Listen, it's been a chaotic few days, okay? Red, please forgive me. I love you.
This is Obi-Wan Knowledge. Right, come in here. If you could have one mundane superpower, what would it be? And when we say mundane superpower, that's just every kind of everyday activities made easy.
To say to go to any restaurant, be able to look at a dish and instantly know how to replicate it, like perfectly, and then never tell Ginger how to make said food.
You want the B808 servo droid.
I thought you were going to say to walk into any restaurant and know what you want.
No, that will never happen.
Pew pew, shots fired.
we would plan to go somewhere, and I would have to look at the menu like 3 days in advance just to be able to
All right.
pick something.
I've got a great follow-up question to this. When you were an item, what was your favorite spot to eat and why together? And do you have the same answer to that question?
Hmm.
Oh God.
Well,
Like, where was your haunt?
I would say Monkey Duck.
Yeah, Mucky Duck was pretty goddamn good.
Do
Yeah.
they serve both monkey and duck, or
No.
Monkey. Monkey.
It was Mucky Duck. It was a British pub that we had. But it was run by a guy who immigrated to the States, and he would import candy and treats and stuff, and it was the closest to something authentic you could get.
Right.
And the food was good.
James Corden.
Yeah. We
Wow.
had to be careful about restaurants and stuff. There was a lot of places that we couldn't do because of Ginger's carrot allergy.
Yeah.
A lot of
Right.
things have
Yeah.
carrot in them.
Much storied. So you went to a British pub. What was your favourite dish at this British pub? And I will rate it 1 to 10 out of 0 being Donald Trump and 10 being Hugh Grant.
See, the fish and chips are always good.
6.
I would always get the bangers.
See.
I would always get a side of a banger.
Yeah, the bangers are good.
I'm trying to remember what all we would get there.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Fish and chips. I mean, okay. The fact that that's our biggest export is like saddening to me.
Yeah. See. Our menu. Let me look at the menu. Because we would get sometimes we would get we would get sausage rolls. You'd get the breaded mushrooms. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Some
cottage pie.
We never got that. I couldn't have the shepherd's pie.
Yeah, for sure.
So
But
not only does Ginger have a carrot allergy, and maybe she's gotten better, but Ginger is picky.
I am.
She's a very picky eater.
I am better than I
Like-
used to be, but yeah.
She was like, no peppers, no onions, no mushrooms, nothing.
Yeah, but I think that's a Twitch streamer thing, right? Because they have like the diets of like 6-year-old boys.
Wow. I mean, you're right, but wow.
I
They
discovered what Prime was this week. So maybe that's clouding my judgment.
Okay. They've added Indian dishes to the menu. They didn't have these Indian dishes before. They have a chicken curry,
Which
a vegetarian curry, pork vindaloo, and chicken tikka masala.
Yeah, which I love telling you this, Ginger, that it's like where I live is like where chicken tikka masala was invented.
Yeah.
So we're famous for curry here.
Yes.
Like more so than anything else. And I would export that 10 times. Fish and chips, it's like Finding Nemo, KFC. It's terrible.
Well, he would bring in, the thing was those, the desserts and, like Kit Kats and candy bars and the snacks and candies and stuff that you could only, he had to import them direct, but I loved them so much more than American.
The Kit Kats was way better.
Hot take. We do chocolate so much better here.
Yes,
You
hands
do.
down. That is not a hot take. That is something that I just support.
No, we got and I live 20 minutes down the road from the Cadbury factory, and where I'm moving, and Ginger, if you're still coming down to the UK, I'm moving 5 minutes away from the Cadbury factory, so we will fucking go there.
No shit. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, I would be.
That's elite tier chocolate.
Yeah, so the difference is they put more paraffin wax to make our chocolate shinier, make it more visually appealing for Americans. But the thing is, when you add more paraffin wax, the chocolate doesn't taste as good.
Right.
And like we would go
such a shit trade-off.
I know. We would go in and I would order a whiskey of some kind, and then we'd get some chocolate, and then we'd leave sometimes. Like,
okay.
We would go there specifically for that. Like, oh, that place was so good. It's still open. It hasn't died due to the pandemic, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Very happy.
So if you do still make the trip, we'll make that fucking shit happen.
Hell yeah. I'm still planning on making the trip. It's just I had to get some shit sorted first.
Well, I've got the pad, so it makes a huge difference. But anyway, we should move on. No one's interested in more logistics than they need to hit. So yeah, moving swiftly on. So
Tim asks, because Tim doesn't watch the stream very often, but based on watching Ginger's stream, I have to ask why you took all her light bulbs in the divorce.
Now, look. I didn't take all the light bulbs in the divorce. I took 3.
The 3 that go in my ceiling fan?
Well, they're in my ceiling fan right now.
Oh, fuck it, guys. Come, Tim. How do we respond to this? I mean, come on.
So my stream is a little bit darker because the camera doesn't focus as well with the overhead light on. I don't think it looks as good. But that's Tim making the subtle jabs because that's what he do.
Yeah, it's almost as dark as Kay's sense of humor out there.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't think my humor's that dark. Name
that
one
was
dark humor joke.
That was self-confessed.
Listen, if I were to put out the real dark sense of humor jokes that you make, Kay, nope. We'll just be talking, and she'll send me something, and she'll be like, "Ow, that was so dark. Even I thought it was dark." It happens sometimes. It's fine. It's fine.
But to answer the question, I took the light bulbs because they were my light bulbs.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right, guys, I'm vetoing that.
So we're gonna move on to a less Mimi question. Which this question has popped up a couple of times. And Kay, being the good cook that you are, what is your favorite food of all time? Or favorite food just in general? Both Star and Andy have asked this question.
Oh, right. Okay. We better take this fucking serious.
I really don't have a favorite food. I like to eat, plain and simple.
Yeah, so what's in your food CD changer right now, I guess, is the way to look at this, right?
Right now, my stuff is, pretty simple, chicken, fish, vegetables. I've been on a, very health conscious journey this year. I've lost over 100 pounds. So I've just been, focused on being more healthy, not as much junk food. But probably my favorite thing that I've had was from Amanda's family friends. How would you say they are?
She's not
Betty
ready for
is
that.
Betty. It was one of my mom's best friend's mom, and she owned a bar and restaurant, and it was in the family for a long, long time. So when Kay would come to visit, we would go. I'll let you finish.
And they made these amazing wings, these amazing chicken wings. And it was one of those things where Ginger had like a family emergency. She would have to go back home to Ohio. I'm in Iowa, and it was just like, hey, can you bring me home some chicken? And she would. It was worth the wait.
Okay.
There was nothing exceptional about the wings. It was the sauce.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, but
absolutely.
That is the crux of a good wing, is the sauce, right? Not that I eat chicken wings, but like, I guess you would say collie bites for Druid knowledge. But,
yes.
That's a cool answer.
And I love it whenever places have good wings that aren't spicy, because Ginger will tell you I'm a little baby back bitch when it comes to spicy.
Wow.
Like, I've been like, these chips are too spicy, and she's like, they're plain Doritos.
Yeah, Mrs.
It's
Knowledge
pathetic.
is like that. Mrs. Knowledge is like that. But she gets that from her mother. So her mom is like, that shit's spicy, and it's like, no, that's garlic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a spice lord. I'm a spice lord.
Kay and my mom share a very similar, like, oh, that's spicy. Like, oh, that's spicy. That's a pepperoni. Like,
white people.
Yeah, kind of. But also Kay, like, it's too spicy. Okay, fine. Here, I'll take. Oh, that's okay. That's kind of spicy. Do you want to tell the story about the burger from Buffalo Wild Wings?
I was just thinking that. So, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and of course, Ginger gets her standard order, mild wings and garlic parmesan, spicy stuff.
Yeah. Again, white people.
Exactly. And I get a burger, and I ask them, can you take off the spicy sauce and just put on barbecue sauce? Oh, yeah, absolutely, not a problem. And our food comes out, I'm like, that barbecue sauce is like a really bright orange. Oh, well, maybe it's a new recipe. Maybe they're trying something new. Okay, whatever. I take a bite, and I realize within about 2 seconds that I have fucked up. Because it was not barbecue sauce. It was their, like, habanero sauce. And Ginger's just like, do you need a drink? And I was like, uh-huh. And, I down my glass, grab her beer, chug it, and, like, Ginger will tell you, I am not a beer drinker.
No.
And this poor server is, like, full-on sprinting over. She's like, I gave you the wrong food. I'm like, I noticed.
Yeah. And we made friends with that server. I'm still friends with her on Facebook.
Too, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Lives on Candy Crush Saga.
Dude,
So, fantastic.
That was one of those, like, because, like, I'm sitting there and I'm eating, I'm enjoying myself, cool, whatever. And, she's like, oh no. Oh, this is bad. And I'm like, oh, fuck. That Buffalo Wild Wings fucked us up a couple of times.
Yes.
Like, they done fucked us up a couple of times, but they always made good. They always, figured something out. And they, there was one time they had wiped down our, table. And, okay, cool, fine, whatever. We sit down to eat. And then suddenly, like, it's been a little bit of time and we've had our drinks. We're waiting on our food. And I look down and my arms are covered in hives. The only thing we could figure out that happened was that they had wiped our table with a bucket that either had carrots in it or something. And I started to have an allergic reaction. And so we like called over the management and we're just like, hey, so here's the deal. I had an issue. Can we just get our food to go? And like we'll sit here and we'll eat as long as we can, and then we'll leave if it gets too bad. And they're like, oh shit, oh my god, we're so sorry. Oh, like went out to the car, popped some allergy pills and went home. But it was just like shit like that would happen. It'd be like, god damn it.
I think my favorite carrot one was at Noodles and Company. So
Yes, bitch.
we would go there.
Which, by the way, sounds like a Pixar film.
It does. So Ginger would always get mac and cheese and chicken Parmesan strips. And it's a very simple thing. Chicken, cheese, macaroni. There you go.
Yeah, you're painting such a picture.
I would get broccoli as well. I would also get broccoli.
Okay.
They have broccoli there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm surprised you're still able to talk with all that fucking God infecting you.
Oh my god.
So, Ginger's, starter food and everything. And there's just one little sliver of carrot. And she's like, whole thing is contaminated now. Fuck. So she takes it up to the hostess, and she's like, hey, I'm really sorry. There's carrot in this. I have a carrot allergy. And, the girl is, like, so apologetic, makes her a new one, everything. Well, some guy comes out, and he's the manager. He comes out. He sets the bowl down. And he's like, so, did you tell anyone that you have a carrot allergy? And Ginger's very nice to waiters, waitresses, customer service people. She's really nice too, until they piss her off, and then it's a complete fucking shame.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "No, I just ordered food that didn't have carrot in it."
Oh no!
And he's like, "Oh," it's like, "Yeah, shut the fuck up, leave us alone."
Yeah.
She was none too happy.
Well, I mean, I had an issue kind of like that today. I went and I got my hair cut, and the girl rushed through my haircut, treated me just really kind of shittily. Was like yanking my hair way too hard, and like just it was a bad time. And so I go up there and how was everything? And I was like, fine, I guess. And they're like, oh, and I was like, let me tell you something. I walked through those doors less than 30 minutes ago, and I'm already ready to close out, and I got a haircut. That should tell you something. And they're like, would you like to talk to one of our educators? Did like something go wrong? I was like, actually, you know what? I think I would. Instead of flaming this girl on their review, I talked to her educator, and she goes, that's so crazy because we don't really get complaints like that from her. And I was like, do you not see where it looks like I've been crying? Like, it obviously something didn't go right. And she's like, yeah, no, I definitely understand now. And I'm so sorry. I'll talk to her. And, I was like, it's fine. I don't want to get this girl in trouble. I'm not trying to flame her. I'm not trying to make things horrible for her, but it's just it's a courtesy thing. It's a, hey, learn some bedside manner to your clients kind of thing. She's a student. I get it. I get people have bad days. And she was just like, thank you for being so understanding. And thank you for bringing it to our attention. And I was like, it's not that fucking hard. to just be nice to surface workers and staff. Fuck.
Yeah, but like on the other hand, I'm too nice, right?
Oh.
So even if I have a bad experience, I'm like, thank you so much. I'm paying on card. Can I still give a tip? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Come on, like it. I've got this like average Joe mentality about it.
Yeah.
I'm like helping my fellow man, but like no manager wants to hear the phrase "Can you not see?"
Right.
Like straight out the bat.
Yeah. I was very nice. I was very polite about it, and I was like, but I'm still kind of pissed. Like, that fucking blows. Like, this is not how this shit should go. And she goes, no, you're absolutely right. And it's like, it's not going to stop me from coming back, but I just want I don't want what happened with me to happen to anybody else. And she was just like, oh, I get it. And I was like, so we're good. I just wanted to let somebody know. And I'll be that way. But if that educator had gotten like lippy with me or pissy with me, oh, it would have been on.
Yeah. By the way, the term educator makes me think that they were fucking serving out of a kitchen in Fallout New Vegas anyway. So fuck that.
I'm not gonna lie. Kay knows this very well. I have gotten people fired for being absolutely horrible fucking people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. You're an agent of good.
So, I do what I can,
I like to
lawful chaotic?
That would be chaotic good, chaotic neutral. One of those.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to the manager, please. I've got a pretty good spicy food story. Now that I'm thinking about it. So I lost a bet when I worked at the college, and when we did graduation, I had to give a speech to the class that was like graduating,
Mm-hmm.
and basically I had to eat a habanero pepper whole before giving my speech.
Ooh.
Losing the bet, and I started crying. And I had to work into my speech that I felt so proud of all the people passing through. I had to pretend that it was a fit of emotion.
Oh my god.
And that was one of the most awkward moments of my fucking life. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm so proud of it. I'm pretending I feel nothing inside. Because they were all little fucking asshats the whole time. So I felt nothing inside. What does that say about me?
Who the fuck? I don't.
Does that make me a bad person?
No, I don't think so.
Thought I just heard Kay go, yep.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Almost wanted that. Okay. For reference, my favorite food is probably curry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in the right space for it.
I was gonna say I can very much see that for you.
Yeah.
Next
question.
I was gonna say we're running low on time, so we're gonna grab a couple more. I'm sorry we didn't get to everybody's, but Toast asks, "Who are you most simping for? / can we grill you a cheese?"
Can we get a Google Translate on that?
Who are you most simping for? So like crush.
Yeah, no, I do know.
But
okay.
Can we grill you a cheese is a reference to a long running joke that we have between us.
It's from that TV show Archer, where he gets taken over by like Russians or something like that. He asks his mom, grill me a cheese.
And she just bitching the whole time.
Which, oddly enough, our whole dynamic, it's me, asking her to grill me a cheese, but in reality, she was asking me.
You know, once again, giving it good, letting it work.
Yeah. So Kay will pop in a chat. Ginger, grill me a cheese. No, Kay, I'm not grilling you a cheese. Yeah, it's
So everyone cautiously ignoring the first part of the question.
Yeah, I was hoping you forgot about that.
Yeah. Who are you simping for? Who are you... Do we simp? As a group, do we simp?
I mean, I don't foresee Druid really simping over anybody except for Mrs. Knowledge. And I don't really know.
Like, are we talking like real life people or?
Well, I guess, like, you know, we're not going to say Gary from Sales. Like, you know, I guess we're saying like Taylor Swift. Not that I simp for Taylor Swift. My answer will be I simp for director David Lynch.
Okay.
And no, I don't want a grilled cheese because I think they're overrated. Oh.
Oh shit. I would say God, I mean
JDM.
Yeah, that was probably gonna be the one, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I was
Yeah.
going to say Jeffrey Dahmer.
Fuck no.
Everyone's simping for Jeffrey, man.
Fuck no. I have a weird connection now with Dahmer, and I don't like it. So no, I'm good. Really.
Wow.
No Jeffrey Dahmer for me, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan on the other hand. So yeah.
Yeah, like in all honesty, I never understood people that simp for like serial killers and school shooters and stuff like that. It's just like, no. You're not going to change them.
Yeah. Yes, 100% right.
But I can change them.
And that's the whole thing, right? That when they're writing back, they know that and they fucking love it.
Ugh.
Maybe that's part of simping. Maybe that's all that Pokimane is. You're saying right, Pokimane. I sounded so fucking old when I said that.
So the general populace actually pronounces it wrong, but you pronounce it the way the general populace pronounces it, so you're fine.
What? Oh, so you're clowning me on my my pronunciation of Pokimane?
No, you're good.
Pokimane. Is that right? Is that bet Pokimane? Simping for Pokimane.
I mean, that's half of her viewership anyway. Before I get canceled by Pokemon Sips.
Well, we welcome that here at the GingerTalks podcast.
I mean,
we're already fighting Joe Rogan in the Octagon.
I mean, absolutely. Come on, Joe. Sign the contract.
Maybe I'm simping for Rogan. You know, because I want to dominate him in the Octagon.
I mean, I would pay to watch you and Joe Rogan fight. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so would I. Anytime, any place. No holds barred. No DQs. Is that right? Is that like Donkey Kong's cousin?
You know what? It's fine. You're doing great.
With what? With what exactly?
I don't know anymore. Let's hit one more question, and then
wait. So
I should be good to go like another 20 minutes. That's
Are you sure?
I can push.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Because apparently I'm the only person simping for anyone, and it's Joe Rogan and Pokimane and.
No, I said Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay. Next question.
I was trying so hard to dodge the question, but probably Jared Padalecki. That's it.
He is adorable, cute bean.
Yeah, and Padalecki, I love his cousin Nick Nack.
God damn it.
Oh, I get it. There you go.
Oh, so perfect. Oh my god.
See, normally it'd be like 3 years later. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. That's Druid Knowledge. Good night.
Um, listen, it's fine. We all pick celebrities. It's great. We're good.
Mm. Yeah, hashtag simping for Ginger.
I don't have
God.
real human interactions. Leave me alone.
Damn it. Okay.
What?
So Delilah has asked, I have to know if there's anything specific that sparked your love for flying piggies.
I'll field this one. The Pink Floyd record Animals has a flying pig on the cover, and I'd say that's where it started for me.
Lila was with me when I bought Kay a gift at Dragon Con. And I held on to it until I saw her for divorce stuff. And I was with Lila when the order came through from Kay through Lila's store, and she included the piggy earrings that are now Kay's like profile picture on Discord.
Oh yeah, I see them.
So Kay, I got her. It's just this little figurine of a piggy with wings, and I saw the crystal like shop at Dragon Con, and I walked in and I walked straight up to the guy and I said, "Do you have a pig? I don't care what size." I was on a mission to find you either a really cool crystal or a piggy. And so that's how Lila found out. And yeah, so besides them just being cute, is there anything specific that prompted this love for piggies, Kay? Or is it just they're piggies and they're cute?
So, it's probably the exact same thing that sparked my love for spiders, and that's that movie Charlotte's Web, like the original like 70s cartoon one. I just watched that movie all the time at my grandma's house. You know, I was very close with her, and you know, it's a childhood, you know, memory thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty simple story.
yeah. My Jewish family helped for me, and also I lived next to a farm, so I have an affinity for pigs because they would breed pigs and keep them on the farm for like years and years, and they had like the pig family tree, and there would be like new pigs every spring, and we would go and cuddle them. It was amazing.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's so cute. The pigs were never something that like we had a bunch of, but we're around a lot. But we had our neighbor across the street had, or not across the street, across the driveway had chickens. So as much as I fear birds in general, like I don't like getting close to and touching birds very often.
They're not real.
No, they're not real. Government drones. I would wake up, you know, to my sister complaining about the government drones pecking on her window. So like I have a small like love of chickens. Not quite to the same level that Kay loves piggies, but anytime I see a really cute piggy, it takes everything in my power not to send it to Kay.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I hope that clears that up.
Mm. reread a question from Star. That's just so out of the blue. How do you like your eggs?
Honey side up.
Mm.
Or
The easiest way to answer that is how I don't like my eggs, and that is poached.
oh wow. So any
Yeah,
particular
pretty much.
reason?
I just don't like it. I don't like the texture. That's all I get. Yeah,
Okay.
or pickled. No, do not give me pickled eggs. I will throw it at you. Do not give me that.
Okay, I love this no nonsense approach. Pickled eggs, I don't hate them, but like also don't see the point in them.
Yeah.
But I will say,
I mean,
pickled onions I quite like.
the whole pickling concept is a little bit weird to me because pickles, are just pickles. It's pickled cucumbers, but you don't call them that. They're just pickles. But everything else is pickled whatever. But you never say pickled cucumbers. You just call them pickles.
Wait. I didn't quite get that. Could you just say that again? Wait, what? And give me a second before you do it. Wait, one.
Oh no.
Wait. Sorry. Just need to. Go off. Wait, no. Wait, can you say that again? Clear into the microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, and so I just need to make it a small adjustment. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, pickles are just cucumbers that are pickled. But you don't call them pickled cucumbers. You just flat out call them pickles. But everything else is pickled whatever. Pickled onions, pickled peppers, pickled eggs. But you never say pickled cucumbers, and I don't understand why.
That sounded so much like a Seinfeld cold open. That was amazing. You know the deal with pickles. That was so good.
These are the type of brain busters that would just happen. We'd be sitting there watching TV, nothing crazy going on, and then why do we call everything else pickled something, but pickles are just not, or they're not pickled cucumbers, they're just pickles.
Yeah.
And it prompts this philosophical debate.
What is the deal with pickled eggs? We call pickles pickles, but we call pickled eggs. Why do we call them vinegar embryos?
Oh, gross.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not even a vegan, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, pickles are just pickles, pickled cucumbers. Imagine we called them pickled cucumbers, though.
That would just be it's not that big of a change, but it's still I'd still eat them by the jar.
Yeah. Well, when I used to do cocaine, that's what I called my penis.
Oh my god.
No. Edit that out. 0 hours of usable content. There you go.
Say editor, leave that one on the floor.
Pickled cucumbers, that's what I call my penis. Bow, 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 bow. And then Kramer walks in. Next question.
Well, I as long as the yolk is cooked, I can tolerate most eggs. I don't like just
Nobody
egg yolk.
cares about how you like your eggs. They're asking me.
Well,
Yeah,
Druid got to answer.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, Fraser, toss salad and scrambled eggs.
Oh, well, I'll go fuck myself then. Okay.
I'm just kidding, Jen. You know I love you.
No, I know. So we'll grab another question from Andy. And I know some of the answers to this one, but if you feel like elaborating, cool. If not, no big deal. What hobbies do you do?
Mm, God.
There's one in particular that I would love for you to talk about, but you don't have to.
Oh, well, now you have to.
I hope you don't mean my Twitter account. We ain't
No,
talking about that.
no. No.
Well,
I'm talking about your paintings.
I do paint.
Oh,
So yeah, I paint. I like to cook, obviously.
what do you paint?
It's just kind of abstracty stuff.
So you've got that similar bent to Ginger then?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Who
I'm
abstracted
sure she
first?
has photos. You what?
What came first, the pickled egg or the pickled ginge? When it
God
came to
damn it.
abstract painting, the K or the ginge? Was that something you were both into separately, or like kind of
So
together?
Ginger was always into the painting stuff and everything. I didn't get into it until after we separated, and it was one of those things
Mm,
where I needed an outlet, and
mm.
I needed something new. So I took up painting, and now my room is like half covered in paintings.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way that we, the people on the podcast and people at home, could hear? Oh no, not hear it, see it. Sorry, that's a different sense.
I can upload some pictures to the Discord.
Would love to see it.
Uh,
Celebrate expression in every one of its forms. So really appreciate that you're into that.
They're
And cooking.
the paintings are gorgeous.
We have
And it watching the growth and the change in her paintings from the early stages to now, it's beautiful. Where mine are more people, hers are they're very abstract. She's done some, hey, I can pick out an object in this one, but they're fucking beautiful.
we have to see. Is there any way? So do you share them with the world or just for you?
I've uploaded a few of them to my Facebook and stuff like that, but I'm pretty private.
Respect that, because especially as I've gotten older, like as someone that creates things quite regularly, like completely see the benefit of just doing stuff for yourself.
Mhm.
Because if it's not about just that moment of expression, what's it about, right?
Yeah.
But I would love to see it under the same token, if you're willing to share.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She Kay has more talents than I think she realizes, and that is one of those ones that I was super happy to see her getting into.
Mhm.
And this might be a little emotional moment, but the day I proposed to Kay was a couple days after I gave her a painting that I did of her. It was either the same day or a couple days after.
It was the same day.
It was the same day because we did the big get together, and that painting is by far one of my favorites that I've done.
Yeah.
And it was the first larger canvas paintings that I had done.
Wow.
And
Well, yeah. But as someone that has had the honor of being painted by you, I must say that that you capture something that people don't even realize about themselves, really, right? So the fact that that was on that day is such a significant moment. I mean, that's genuinely beautiful.
it means a lot to have my friends kind of know what I think about them.
Yeah. We didn't, when you painted me, we didn't even know each other that well, but what was crazy, there were a few friends of mine that were in that stream, and that's the only thing they've ever seen of you. Because it was obviously like a bit of a moment, like, someone's painting him. Let's go in and watch. And we're in lockdown and everyone's on Twitch. But like, it was when he was speaking at the end, they were like, "Oh, she's got you pegged," like straight away. And it's interesting to see that form of expression, like coming out, and like how with abstract, it's so difficult. I guess not that it's something that I do. So I guess that I'm taking a busman's holiday, even discussing it. But I know this for Ginge, like it touches on like truth and things that we understand about the people around us or the things around us. So when you're doing abstracts, what are you trying to capture? Are you trying to capture like something that's there or something that's between the lines?
Yeah, I just paint people how I see them, and I actually have been thinking about revisiting some old paintings because I just did a reflection of myself, and like there are people that I haven't painted in a long time. And Kay, you actually popped up in the list of people. And I would do it off stream. I would do it privately for, myself and for you. But
Right.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things of I know like my roommate, like she doesn't get it. Like it's not her thing. And, cool, fine, whatever. But like
it's not a vocabulary that everyone has when it comes to abstract art. If you see what I mean, it's something you have to, you have to make those connections yourself. And it's, for me, the thing that's interesting about it is that pliability of interpretation. So you see what you want to see within that expression. And that in itself is the true art of abstract creativity.
Yeah. I love it when Kay gets a bug up her butt to paint like a lot, and she paints a lot because I get to see all these beautiful works that come.
Yeah, I wish I had the mind for that because I was so into painting when I was younger, and the love for it fell out. And part of that was I was always trying to recreate landscapes, really like realistically, and just don't have the mind for that kind of like abstract expressionism. So hats off to you both because it's a vocabulary that not everyone has. So there's something to be said for those that can kind of even try to master that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry for interrupting. I posted like 4 into the painting and art section of your Discord.
Oh, so listeners, we've got a live react. Didn't even know there was a painting and art section. Here we go. Okay. Oh my god, I love it.
Beautiful, right?
It's so good. In fact, Kay, I'll talk to you off stream. I'm looking for artwork for a project that I'm working on. Would you like to collab?
Maybe.
How dare you? You've just lost your slot. No, seriously, really. No, I love it.
Yeah. It's beautiful. So Kay, you are the one with the time constraint. Do we need to wrap for you on the note of the praise and
Yeah, probably.
Mhm.
But I can come back next week or some other time.
We will.
Or I can answer people's questions in the Discord.
You can. We and you can definitely come back on. I feel
100%.
100% comfortable having you back on. This for the listener is probably a glimpse into my life pre-streaming. So it's definitely it's a different kind of episode, but I've enjoyed it.
People need
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, thank you for your time. We always appreciate all our guests, but this was a special one, so thank you.
So Kay is not a streamer, but is there anything you wanted to promote?
Follow Ginger, follow Druid on everything. Donate to the charity stream.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Altruistic to the last.
All right.
And I hope you find someone that cooks for you. No offense, Ginger.
I understandable. All right. Well, with that,
here's the problem. I could find somebody that would cook for me, but like acts of service is my love language. So like, I got it. Don't worry about it. I self-sabotage.
There is a whole other hour waiting to be released, so we'd love to have you back, and we'll explore all those things if you're comfortable. But
all right, absolutely.
Thank you so much. You've been a great guest, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kay. I love you, and I'm sure we're gonna talk soon. So thank you everybody for listening. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.